Did you know that the United States of America was a confederation before it became a federation? You may wonder what the difference between the two is. In very simple terms, in a federation, you have a single federal government. In a confederation, on the other hand, the units or the states or whatever you want to call them actually maintain their total autonomy. The confederation model did not work in the United States of America. So it created contradictions. It meant, for example, that the Congress did not have power to regulate states in terms of trade and other relationships. Now, the East African community had a vision of having a federal government. In other words, coming together under one government. And the assumption was that that vision would then cascade so that one day the people of Africa can say, we have one union government. Now, here is the catch. The political and business elites within the East African community decided to change the vision from a federal system to a system of confederation. Why did they do this? It's the usual old problem that I have been talking to you about. The political and business elites do not want to lose their power and their privileges. So they would want to retain that. If you go back to the 60s, if you go back to the debates between Kwame Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere, some of these things were actually canvassed. It was very clear from the 60s that once African states gained independence, once the African elites within the states gained power and control over those states, it would be difficult then to go the federal way. And that is what has happened since the 60s. And of course, a lot of manipulation by foreign powers. So history is basically repeating itself. And it has started with the East African community, the only regional economic community that had a vision of a federation. Now you understand why we are stuck in a rut. If you cannot bring East Africa under one government, then how the hell will you bring the whole of the African continent under one government?